Welcome, everyone, to today's Not So live stream, episode 5 of our Solasta 2 Early Access Fighter Gameplay Series. I'm Commander Jorval, and I want to thank you for coming along on our journey today. So on admin notes, as you can obviously tell, and if you've paid attention to the posts on my social media, I am on vacation this weekend. I have a wedding to attend, and I'll be visiting some family over the Memorial Day holiday here in the United States. So I'm uploading this video at the normal stream time so that you'll get your weekly fix of streaming content from me. I will be back next weekend in time, and we will probably see the end of our of this playthrough next weekend, but we'll kind of play that by ear and see how it goes. So other than that, thank you all for being here to watch the video. I appreciate the support, and I'll see you next week. So I think that's it on the admin note. So on our recap, last week we had done a lot of things out in the overworld. We had some adventures through some side quests, and it cleared out some of the major areas to the north side of Neokos. And today we're going to be looking to do some more things here in the overworld, but we're definitely going to head to the old harbor, which is in the south. One thing we still need to do here in the central part or the northern part of the map is we need to trigger a temporary quest. And we've been carrying the adventurous apprentice or whatever it is quest around, and we want to go trigger that. But let's go ahead and jump in here real quick, and we'll look at where we are and what we want to do. Okay, so here we are at the location where we had finished up with the basilisks. And what we want to do is kind of wander around this area here on the map until we generate a one, I believe it's always one turn, a one turn temporary location. Okay, so let's make our way back to the road here. Okay, so we don't want a forced march.
Traitors! Why am I not surprised? I too have some tricks up my sleeve.
It looks like you are not going to be friends with the Lady Anastasia. Are you sure you picked the foremost ally?
So some rather ominous and foreboding hints as to what might be coming in the future. So let's continue searching around this area. Like I say, this quest is not in a particular tile location. It just has to be spawned. Okay, so that's probably not it up there. Okay, and you just have to wait until, like I say, until it spawns. Okay, I don't think that's it up there either, but we can head over there and see. Either way, I'm gonna have to do a forced march to get there. Because if I take a long rest now, it's gonna take me 5 to get to there. Then that would leave me with 3, and I wouldn't be able to get there before it disappears. So either way, I'm gonna have to do a forced march. I don't like exhaustion though. I really don't. So let's avoid that, because see, it'd take me 5 to get there and then 5 to get to there, so that would be 10. And that would be into the forced march area. So if that was it, we'll walk away and we'll try and spawn it after the next long rest here. Where's that one? Way down here? That's not it. Okay, so this is not the encounter. This is a random one here. But we'll attempt to hide. Okay, and now we can get an ambush. And there might be a couple of these encounters before we get that to spawn. And there's going to be a young sand lion that's going to make its way around here. These are all kind of stuck up here. And what we want to do is kind of let this one get close here. Okay. So we can get Dave up close. So we're going to have advantage on this attack. Okay, and that will vex him and let us have advantage on the next attack there. Okay, Sharon. Doubt she's going to be able to do enough damage here with 8, but let's get some damage anyway. Oh, she did. Nice. Oh, she rolled a crit. Okay. Good deal. So now they should all come down here, and they're gonna... I was actually hoping that that terror bird might actually stay alive, because they're going to want to now come around this way, I believe. But let's kind of move M up here. I can't target anybody else, so let's get some sneak attack damage here. Okay. So 60% chance there. Just out of range, but I might be able to move into range here. Because they can't climb up here. They have to go around the side. Okay. Alright, nice. 11 damage out of possible D12. And I'm going to move Sathina down here a little bit. Alright. And last will be Jebfa. That's cover, but she's got advantage on it. Let's try and move her a little bit. That should be good. Oh, left him with 1 hit point. Now he's probably going to roar. Yep. Gives everybody temporary hit points. Well, everybody that's within a certain range. Okay, good. He went this way. Okay, so I'm gonna get Dave to come back up here. And go after the young sand lion. Okay, good. Now he's vexed. Okay, so Sharon here. 9 hit points. Okay. 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 Let's see here. Let's change here, get an offhand attack here. I'm not going to respond. I don't need it. I'm going to move down here and use my main hand. Get my sneak attack and kill. Okay, so Rudi.
Akada Evo Malmis!
And let's get my hit points back up. He's probably gonna roar again. Oh, he didn't. He went for an attack. Oh, he rolled a 17. "19 fails with his armor class. Okay, we're going to action surge. Okay.
Marike Evo Malmis!
She's missed even with her heroic
suck.
inspiration. Oh yeah, that was her bonus action. Rock Herald of Pain. See if we can get M. Get a kill here. Okay.
Akada Evo Malmis!
Alright, now hopefully Jevfo will be able to end this. What are we at? 4 hit points. Okay. Let's do some looting here. There won't be a whole lot, but we will be getting back some of these camp supplies. Okay. We have a long rest spot around back. So there's also the body of a dead halfling here, according to, or it looks like a, sorry, dead kobold, but there's nothing there on it. So I think there's probably supposed to be, but I think it's either bugged or they forgot to put it in there. Let's take our long rest. Okay, and now we'll leave. Okay, and again, we're going to be trying to find more of these. I don't think I'm going to be able to get down there, because that's probably going to be 5. That's 4. And I don't know how long it would take to get down to that one. Well, let's see. I might be able to make it. That would be a forced march. Well, let's try it. Okay, don't have a whole lot of chance there with 45, so let's add guidance. And I failed. Of course. And that was not it. And I did get exhaustion. So, -2 to all d20 rolls, that's a -10% chance to hit, and -5 feet to all movement speed. So, forced march is not great. And luckily, it only takes a little bit, or a long rest to get rid of it. That one I might be able to make. Okay, that's not it. Okay, so we got some explosive pearls, a couple of pearls, and some XP. Okay, so let's try this one. And I've got one person. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. Okay, so there's a piercing scream that you've heard. So you're going to approach. Okay, and then you can search. And you're going to find 2 permanent events, one at 1616 and one at 1617. You're going to gain a folded note and an Apprentice Adventurers Guild ring. Okay, so now the 2 new ones are right here. Okay, so these are 1616 and 1617. And we're going to go explore those. But first, take our long rest. Okay, and we're going to drop a save here. And we're going to drop into an encounter area. Okay. Now, in here, gotta orient myself here. We're going to have a burned out caravan down here. And there's a chest in there. Okay, so nothing much there. And I think that's it. I don't think you find anything at the first location. And I'm just hitting left alt as I go. Yeah. Nothing else to be found in this location. Okay, there are the footsteps that we found that led over here. And I think they're actually supposed to lead the other way. Oops. Yep, clay we can harvest here. We do have another harvestable here. Oh, there's more. Oh yeah, that's the area that's currently blocked off. Can't get to it. That campfire's down in the ground somewhere. So, kind of bugged. That's what we found last time. Or in our last playthrough when we were here. So now we'll head to the second location. Okay, so again, the footsteps lead here into this area. Okay, and now we're going to head into the next location here. Okay, smoke is rising between the trees. And in here, we're going to get an encounter. Okay. So down here on this side, we have Vax. Okay. Vax is mentioned in the letter that we picked up. He wanted Box to show his loyalty by coming to the location to meet them. So we now have this group down here that we're going to get into a fight with. Okay, and we kind of want to stay back here a little bit, but we're going to move up. Until I can sense somebody. Okay, so the Mender is their cleric, their spellcaster. The Cultist Fanatic is another one we want to focus on, but you need to focus Vax. You'll see why. Okay, so we rolled pretty good on initiative. So... we're going to wait for all of them to kind of make their way up here. They're going to have to maneuver around this way to come towards us. So we're going to bless him, Dave, and Sathina. Okay, Dave is going to sit here. I don't think he can sense anybody down here. He can't. And I'd have to move way up here to sense anybody, so we'll ready up a ranged attack. Now, M, however... we want to see who we're going to be able to target. So that's 3/4 cover for the Mender. But we've got advantage. Get sneak attack damage. Then we'll bring M back. Okay, so Jevva, we can ready up a Ray of Frost. Okay, got some good damage there from Dave. And on the scout, he's only got 4 hit points left. Got no cover there. 55%, not good enough. Out of range of poison spray. Okay, good. Got a kill there. We'll actually move back. Spy trainees, just melee, not too worried about that. Okay, so here goes the cult fanatic. He's dashing, hopefully. He is. Okay. So Athena is going to move up here. Right. The brutes again, melee. Oh, he's going to take the long way around. That's perfectly fine. Okay, Vax, hopefully he's going to dash. Nope, he's not. Okay, so he missed both. Okay. He's got a beautiful short bow. So we're going to grant Rudy, or we're going to give shield here.
Clive!
We do not want to get hit by that bow. Okay, where's Vax? Vax is all the way down here. That would be half cover, and half cover. So I think we move out here. So here, let's inflict wounds.
Narite, Necro, Malmis.
Perfect. Like that. Okay, now Dave. He's not going to be close enough, but I will be able to get ranged attacks, and I want future attacks to go against him. Okay, he's slowed, which is good. Will action surge here. Alright, good. Alright, so M, let's see if we can get to a spot. Can't. Let's bonus action dash here. Taking a chance with this. Why didn't... Oh, I bonus action disengaged. Oh, come on. I clicked the wrong button. That was a mistake. Okay. So now if he decides to... If he tries to shoot a bow attack against anybody, he's going to have disadvantage on all three of his attacks. And then if he does try and move away, I have a reaction to be able to get an attack of opportunity. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna upcast this actually.
Arcana, Evo, Malmis!
Oh, nice. Got the kill. Figured that was coming. I'll take the attack of opportunity.
Try
I
again.
missed. Okay, so that's only half cover. Okay, let's see if they come climbing back up. They do. They're going to have to dash to get to me, though. And they're all going to be pretty grouped up here, probably. Sacred Flame cantrip. It always misses, right? Let's see. I move here. So that only gets those two. But still. Better than nothing. Okay, and I'll take that hit. Dave, let's move here. Perfect. Wanted that. Okay, so let's get sneak attack here. We don't have advantage on this. But now we do. Okay, and then after we're done, we'll move up next to him. Okay, so what we have left is the brute here. Nice. Like it. Okay, and Rudy can move up here and get shots on both of them.
Arcana, Evo,
65 and 70.
Malmis!
Okay. Now he's going to try and move away. I'm going to get sneak attack damage on that. Oh, missed a 91%. He can continue to use his action to heal himself. That's perfectly fine with me. Okay, big damage with a 10. Max damage roll. Okay, good. Now let's get sneak attack damage here. Should be a kill.
Die!
Can she perceive him? Yes, she can. Alright. So that worked out pretty well. Okay, so we're going to get some various items here to pick up. Stuff that you can sell. Nothing really special about it so far. Okay.
I'm so tired.
226, he's only one. So transfer that. I didn't want to leave that. I wanted to click on that. Okay, but what it does, regardless when you finish that, is it opens up this permanent location back here. Okay, and this is where you want to go. Alright, now you want to make sure you take a long rest before you get there. We definitely want to get all of our spells back. And we're going to drop a save before we go into this. And let's head in. Oh, okay, not this one. Okay, so we got 25 XP there. We're going to leave that where it is. And actually, I think this broke. With me leaving that location, I think it broke it. Because it should open up another location once you find that information that's in that location. So I think we're going to reload that. We've got a combat save here. We've got 2 of them, so let's see where we are in this combat save. Hopefully this is at the end of the combat. It is. Yeah, because I don't want to go in there. I don't think. Oops. Let's get everybody together here. Okay, so let's go over here. We're going to do that trick where we drop something on the ground. And then we click on it. And it might be within range to pick that up. Okay, it was. But that's not what I'm looking for. This is what I was looking for, was Vax's body. He's got a beautiful short bow that he attacked us with. We definitely want to get that. And we have a note here and a key, which we want to get. So that's what you miss. You definitely want to pick that up. Okay. So what are we? Bit over here. Leather armor's 10. So let's move that. And that. Bandit's note here you can examine. Okay, so when dawn you hope, reach the horizon in the night of all dreams gone. Just a few steps ahead, hours. Okay, and there's a key here. So we're going to take a short rest. And we're going to identify those two items. One of them, the beautiful short bow, is a short bow +1. Again, it's got the Vex mastery. And the other one is beautiful leather armor, which is leather armor +1. Okay, so the short bow definitely is going to go to M. That's a straight upgrade on his short bow. And then the leather armor +1 is the same as studded leather armor. So his armor class stays at 16. Just gets a slightly different look to it. Okay, and I think now that is it. Let's just walk around and make sure real quick. Don't want to have to reload this again. Okay. And again, just hitting left alt periodically as I walk around here. But I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, and I don't think you can actually climb up here. Yeah, you can't. Okay, so now we can leave. Okay, and just to be safe, we'll drop a save there. We don't need, we can overwrite that one. Actually, we can't. Are we out of saves? No. This is weird. Okay, I guess my characters were moving or something. That's something weird. I'll have to remember that. Okay, so now we will look around a little bit. Because there is something. We can go get this one again. You already know what it is. Okay, so we're going to leave the food. We don't need it. There's no negative repercussions of you taking it right now that I can see. Okay, so we got an Etten here. And some sand lions. It sounded like. Oh, it's just an Etten. Okay, so he rolled poorly on advantage, and this is Krass and Nott. So let's see, what's his weapon? It's slashing damage if his weapon is correct. So let's give resistance to slashing to Dave.
Clype!
Okay, and then we'll kind of move out here. Alright, Dave's gonna move up here and Okay, so we slowed. That might give me some extra time here. So Athena's gonna move up. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay, and failed. Jebfa, let's see if we can move Jebfa up here and ready up Ray of Frost. That way if she hits, he'll be hindered even more. Okay. Okay, and now Rudi. Let's get Ray of Enfeeblement out.
Arcana. Necro.
That's a big... That's a low chance of hitting.
Arcana.
Probably better off with Acid Arrow instead. And I missed, but because of his ranged attack, if it misses, he still takes half damage. So Rudi is next.
Marike, Evo, Malmis.
Okay. Oh, big damage. Rolled a crit. Nice. So that's going to give Dave advantage because of Guiding Bolt. So now he's vexed and I've got advantage on all my future attacks. Perfect. Okay, Sathina. Get a Divine Smite in there. M is gonna move somewhere where where he doesn't have cover. Get sneak attack damage. Okay, what does he have? 26. So he doesn't have cover here. Oh, and I missed 2 out of the 3, and the other one only rolled 2 fire damage on 2 d6s. Wow, it doesn't get any worse than that. 2 misses out of 3, and the 1 hit you get rolls absolutely minimum damage. So that's a Warhammer. That's a Battle Axe. So he's changing weapons in between each strike. It's weird. It's weird.
Arcana. Evo. Malmis.
So he's resistant to force damage. Didn't realize that.
Marike, Evo.
Only a 50%.
Marike, Evo.
It's going to be even less. Let's just proc this. Get necrotic damage. Alright. Hopefully we can end it here. Alright. So he should have a couple of different things here that we want. So let's loot all of
I'm
it.
so tired.
We did it on the wrong person though. Okay, and let's examine all of these. So we'll take a short rest. Okay, should just be a bunch of +1 items here. The Warhammer +1 is bludgeoning damage, which is good against undead, so that'll be helpful. And the Exquisite Ring here is a ring of resistance to force damage. Okay, so we definitely want to keep the Warhammer +1. That's a straight upgrade over the existing Warhammer that he has. Oh, I can't move those around. Okay. And the Ring of Force damage, that doesn't really matter where it goes. There's not a whole lot of things in the game that do force damage. So that's a martial weapon. Yeah, they're both martial weapons. So I don't have anybody else that's going to be proficient in the use of the Battle Axe +1. Topple is a really good mastery, though. Battle Axes have Topple. It's a good mastery, not as good as Vex, in my opinion, though. Okay, so we do have a place to take a long rest here. And I'm trying to remember if this procs now or if it's after I turn this in. Can't remember. Okay. So we'll take a long rest here. We're going to head in here. I'll drop a save before I go in. Okay, that was not it. So this thing, I could swear this thing is like right here. So this might not proc until after I turn it in. So let's make our way out of here, and we'll head back to Karamar and we'll turn this in. Okay, take one more long rest here. Let's head into the city. I think we can head up here. Yes, we can. Okay, so a cavern's been attacked. Caravan, so we got 38 gold out of that. Let's hit it. And we'll go turn this in to the quest board. And we'll see if that procs a permanent location or not. This is the folded note that, oh, okay. So I guess that was it. You have to read the note to reveal the location. So while we're here, we might as well sell off all of this stuff, though. And we can turn this in. So to turn this in. Trying to remember which one it is. I think it's this one down here. So let's head over to the market. And we'll sell our stuff off. So we don't need that Warhammer anymore. Okay, so let's just clear out our inventory here. We're going to keep that Warhammer +1. Okay, we don't need the battle axe +1. We can't use it. Don't need the greatsword +1 or the hide armor +1. Don't need that rapier. Okay. Don't think there's anything that we want to buy. But let's take a look. Yeah, I think everybody's at the highest armor level they can get right now. We can't purchase any of these because we're not going to have the Alliance reputation to go along with it. Okay, so this one I think is down. You turn it in down here. I think it's at this quest board here. Now you want to do a quick save before you click on this board. Sometimes these can be a little buggy to turn in. Okay. Let's untrack this one and we'll track this one. And see where it wants us to go. Because there's another board, like right here, and then you've got the other one that's in front here. But I thought that maybe that was the Apprentice Adventurer one. I didn't think it was though. We've got another quest board right here. Maybe it was this one. And then there's one other one over by the palace. Okay, so that's the one you have to click on to complete Apprentice Adventurer. It doesn't mark that quest in your on your map. Okay, so you kind of have to you have to kind of look around and find out which one to guess or to go look at. So, Of Blood and Sand is the quest that we picked up after finding the caravan, and we found Bach here. And we killed Vax, and now Vax had a note on him that we managed to decipher that goes to a location on the map. So we're going to track that, and we're going to definitely head right out and go do that. Because there's a little trick to this. So there's that location that was revealed. So let's head out that way. Hey, there's the location that we want to go to. Okay, so we'll take a long rest here. We will drop a save before we go in. Okay, so you find a bandit's camp inside a Manacalon ruin. Alright, and here, start in this location here, and you have a patrolling bandit. This is the one that you're going to want to watch out for, is the Blessed Warrior. We have a bandit here, scout, a downtrodden, and hidden under here we have Xenia. She's the one you want, and she's the one that you don't want to let get anywhere near you. Okay. So we're going to start this off with M here. Okay, we have the key that we picked up. And we want to ambush them as far away from us as we can and drag them back towards us. Okay. There's only one way in here, and that's through that spot there at the door. They can come down here and crawl underneath this to get here, or they walk around here or walk around here, but either way, the only way back into this area is here. Now they can shoot in here. If you're back here in this area, there's no way for the ranged attackers to hit you. So you can get back here, then you can pop yourself out and head back in. Do kind of a hide and seek type of thing with them if you want. But we're going to get our... So here, at least I've got a shot at him. He's got 3/4 cover, but I'll have advantage on this. I think that's too far, just barely too far. So I think I just go with a Ray of Frost and ready it up. Okay, so for Sharon, I have an attack here. It's a bad one, but it's better than no attack at all. Okay, so Dave, I'm going to move down here. And you don't want to be right at the door. I can make another attack on somebody here. Might as well. Okay. And Jebva can get an attack from here. Again, not a great one. But did get some really good, rolled a crit, got some really good damage on the cantrip. Let's move here. Change here and ready up a ranged attack. Rolled a crit on Dave, the only way to basically hit him. Okay, so let's get sneak attack damage here if we can. Oh, that was a massive hit with a crit, and that got a kill. So we'll move M back in here now. Okay, so let's see if we have shots on anybody. We have a shot on the bandit here. So we'd have a shot with no cover on the downtrodden here, it looks like. Just out of range there. Yep. Just out of range. Let's instead drop Shatter back here and start getting some damage on Xenia. I'm gonna move way back here. Okay, so for Sharon, cast Bless.
Marite and Cho. Marike and Cho. Viribe.
Okay, so Dave has a good chance to kill the downtrodden. Alright, good deal. And now let's get his hit points back. He's got second wind. Okay, so Jebva here can't get anything, so I think we will ready that up. There might be no cover here. Perfect. Like that. Okay, does M have shots on anybody? Doesn't look like it. Can he move and get shots? He can. So he'd be able to move here. Get a shot on the bandit. It's not a great one, but it's better than nothing. Oh, got a kill out of it. Love it. We'll bonus action dash. get back in here. Okay, so let's start dropping as much damage as we can on these two. Should get a kill on the scout. It did, and now Xenia is the only one left. And now it doesn't matter because she's not going to go ranged. So I don't have to hide them from anybody. That's not big enough. Let's just... No. Let's get a healing word on Dave. And then with my main action, I'll give him... That's piercing damage and poison damage. He's got a ring of poison resistance already. So that would remove Bless. No, I think I'm better off with Bless. Yeah, I think I am. Okay, so again, I don't want Dave right in the doorway. It kind of causes some pathing issues. So I'm going to keep him back here. And let her come to me. I can get a shot on her. I've got advantage. So we'll get sneak attack. And we're going to try and maintain that the entire time. Okay, I'm hoping that's not broken. Okay. So Rudy, move here. Get acid arrows, got a low chance to hit. Ray of Enfeeblement's probably the same. Yeah. So let's just upcast Magic Missile for some guaranteed damage. Okay, so Sharon can now drop Herald of Pain. Oh, got a low percentage chance to hit Guiding Bolt. That was nice. Dave. Let's change here. We've got advantage on this shot because she's vexed, or because of Guiding Bolt. Oh, and I missed. So let's action surge. Okay, so now she's vexed again. But I don't think she's going to make it because this should be a kill. Alright. That's going to complete the Of Blood and Sand quest. Alright. So let's first of all go look at her loot. She has a beautiful scimitar here. Beautiful studded leather armor and some other stuff. Okay, so we're going to take a short rest here. And we will identify the scimitar. It's a viridescent scimitar. So it does 1d6 plus 1 slashing damage, and it does 1d4 acid damage as well. Okay, now that's a light and finesse weapon, and it does the nick mastery. And we'll identify the studded leather armor, and it's studded leather armor +1. So now, if I take the viridescent scimitar here, and the studded leather armor +1. So the scimitar is light and finesse, so I can straight replace it and still keep my bonus action attack with my short sword because it's light and finesse as well. Okay, but now I'm getting 1d6 +1 plus 1d4 acid damage from this. And my studded leather armor now takes me to a 17 armor class here. Okay. So let's head in here and we can do some looting of the rest of the place. Okay, nothing there. You have a jute bag down here. Okay, now we're going to head up here. And we're going to split our group. We're going to do a quick save before you lockpick a chest. Okay, and now we've got a couple of other items in here. So we'll loot all of that. And then we have another pouch over here. And now we'll take a long rest. We have a rest location here. I believe that's all of the locations. That one's empty, and that one's empty, so yeah, I think that's it. Let's take our long rest here. And we'll identify some items. The Exquisite Amulet is an acidic amulet, and it does 1d4 acid damage once per turn as a melee hit. Okay, and then the Magnificent Boots are Boots of the Athlete, which gain proficiency in athletics and acrobatics. So now my rogue has 1d4 acid damage on every hit that he makes with the viridescent scimitar. And now with that amulet placed on my fighter, I'm now getting 1d8 +1 from the rapier +1. I'm getting the Vex mastery. And I'm getting 1d4 acid damage on top of that once per turn. So it won't work with action surge. It only works once per turn. But once I get a hit, I have advantage now on further hits. I'm going to do acid damage on that attack, and then on every future one, I've got a much better chance to do this 1d4 because I'm vexing the target every time. And then as far as the boots, proficiency in athletics and acrobatics. I've already got proficiency in both of those. So I got the boots of Elvenkind for the stealth bonuses here. So I might as well give these to her. And now she should have, well, she will here in a second once it updates. Have proficiency in athletics and acrobatics. Okay, so we've done everything that we can in here, so let's make our way up. We've got a pouch here. Okay, and now we can make our way here.
There's no choice. Don't grumble.
Okay. So, little pathing error it looked like there. It took the game a second to resolve it. And wielding a finesse weapon allows you to use your dexterity for your strength. And then before that, it talked about a light weapon allows you to wield offhand as well. But you notice that has not gone away. It probably should have gone away, but it didn't. So we're going to take a long rest here. We're going to head back in. Okay, so we find a bandit camp inside a Manicalan ruin. And what do you know? It is the exact same location. Everyone has repopulated, including Xenia. Okay, so let's make our way out here with M. And we'll get ready to ambush again. So we're just waiting for him to come around here. Okay, again, rolled pretty well on initiative. We'll move Dave down here a little bit. See if we have attacks on anybody. I don't think we do. Oh, I saw one. We do. Right here. Oh, did get some decent damage. Okay, let's see if Rudy has any shots on anybody. It's pretty rare if I'm going to be able to get shots on anybody this early, and he probably doesn't have the range to get over there with anything. Yeah. I'd need the firebolt cantrip to be able to get there. Yeah. Which is 120 feet. I can get there with magic missile, I guess. Okay, and then I'll move him back out of the way so he can't get ranged attacks. And we've got an 84% chance here. And that's going to get me a kill. So we're actually going to leave them out here, I think, for this. Give him better shots. We'll move Sathina up and ready a ranged attack. The scout's going to move up. It's going to get the ranged attack from Sathina. She missed. Going to see if we can get that is half cover. That's no cover. It's going to leave her exposed though. Because she's not going to be able to move anywhere after that attack. Okay, so Sharon. out of range there. This is probably stupid. Because she can't move out of there. So if she takes a hit, she may lose her concentration. Xenia's gonna dash in. Here's the scout. Let's see if they get shots off or not. They don't. The downtrodden's melee, he's just gonna come in. Okay. So I've got a shot on the downtrodden. Let's see if I can improve that any. Yeah, there's no cover there. I'd prefer to kill the scout though. And of course I missed. Rolled a 2.
Arcana, Evo, Malmis!
Want to get rid of the scout. Okay, good. I'll move Rudy back into cover. Now, M. So you have shots on Xenia, does not. Does not. It's got one here. Xenia's not going to be able to reach him. So let's negate that disadvantage. And we'll get a kill. Okay, so I would like to be moved out here 1. So that way when Xenia comes into range here, be able to get a shot next turn. Nice. Like that. So I've got one scout left, which is going to be coming around the corner here. He's going to get a shot on M, but I'm not too worried about that. Sharon, let's switch here and just ready up a ranged attack. Oh, Zine, you got a cantrip that missed. See if the scout triggers. Okay, so came after Sharon twice. So yeah, we need to get Sharon out of here. No, I don't need that. He triggered her response, but we're gonna leave Dave in here. I don't think he can hit her from there. No. So let's ready up that attack. Can I see? I can. I can see the scout here. Got 16.
Arcana,
Probably just out of
Evo,
range. Yep. So we'll upcast this.
Arcana,
I'm gonna have to get
Evo,
lucky to get a kill here.
Malmis!
Yeah, rolled low on all of them. Well, except for one. If I would have rolled anything other than ones on those, I would have gotten a kill. Okay, so now M should be able to get sneak attack damage on Xenia. So we'll steady aim. Okay, we'll get the sneak attack there. Now we'll move back. We're going to switch to the scimitar now. So let's see if Sathina can get shots. That's 3/4 cover. Looks like it's only 3/4 cover shots. Nice. Okay. So we'll change her back and we'll get ready for Xenia to come in here. Okay, now Jebfa can get guaranteed damage. Oh, it doesn't censor yet. Let's drop Shatter here. Okay, and Sharon is gonna move back here and ready that up. So here she comes. Okay, so Dave, let's start this off and see if we can get a hit here. Okay, I did. That gets me the extra acid damage. And she's now vexed. So I can action surge. Get another attack with no poison damage, but she remains vexed. Okay, Rudy.
Arcana Evo!
Only a 44% chance there.
Arcana Evo! Malmis!
Okay, so now M here. Again, he's attacking with the Viridescent Scimitar. So I forgot to change his weapon mastery. That was a shame. So let's get our short sword bonus attack here. It's a 78% chance. Okay, that's going to vex her. So now my primary attack with the Viridescent Scimitar has advantage. Okay, and yeah, got 9 slashing damage from the scimitar and 4 acid damage on top of it. So let's move out here. Oh, and of course she missed. So Jebfa. Okay. And Sharon. Let's throw Herald of Pain. She saved against it. That's unfortunate. Guiding Bolt's only got a 45% chance to hit.
Narite, Necro,
No.
Narite,
No.
Encho,
I think it's probably best if I go with the Guiding Bolt anyway.
Malmis.
And I got a hit. Oh, low, super low damage. 4d6 and I rolled a 1, 2 2s, and a 3. Even average damage, I would have gotten a kill there. So Xenia's going to get 3 attacks here. And much will depend on who she decides to go after. Okay, now she has disadvantage on attack rolls for up to 1 minute. So she's got disadvantage on her attacks here. Okay, so missed. She hit. And she missed. And you see she has a graze. So even when she misses, she's going to deal half damage. Or she's going to deal her proficiency bonus, which is 4 in damage. Okay, so she can deal a lot of damage even when she misses. Perfect. Okay, and now she has a dropped pouch here. And what do you know? Oh, I don't need to identify those because I've already identified them once. So now I have another viridescent scimitar that I can use to hand over here. And now, since scimitars are both light and finesse weapons, I can dual wield the viridescent scimitars. Now I'm gonna lose the Vex ability, so I won't be able to get advantage with my short sword, but I can get it with my steady aim action, and I can still get it with my short bow. So I think I got plenty enough options to be able to give advantage on my attacks, and now I have some massive damage output, both offhand and main hand. Here. Okay, so we can head out here and see what else we have.
Kneel now, rise later.
Okay, and now we can continue along here, and there's another one here. Okay, now the boxes and crates are empty. Okay, so you can't search them again. Okay, so there won't be anything in those, but the enemies will continue to respawn here. And I've got another pouch here. Okay, so now if I leave this area, you'll see that the encounter is still here. You can keep coming back to this over and over and over again. So if you have a full party of rogues, you can go in here and outfit everybody with what is right now one of the best weapons in early access, with the viridescent scimitar. So it's pretty cool. Just wanted to illustrate it to you. It's obviously not something that's intended. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make our way down here into these permanent encounters, specifically the Old Harbor, and that's what we're going to do for the remainder of time here. Okay, so it looks like a sand lion has killed somebody, and there are some dryads who are enjoying the spectacle. We have a low chance to hide here. Okay, so I succeeded, so we're going to ambush. Cover your ears because of the guidance bug when you're ambushing. I would like to move him out here. I want guidance to wear off, so that sound will go away. But we might not be able to, depending upon some control patterns here. Okay, good, it wore off. So we're going to kind of move down to this end. Matriarch Edwina is here. And she's kind of all by herself. So I'm going to start this with an ambush. Okay, ugh. Em rolled really badly on initiative, but everybody else rolled okay. And that gets me distance from everybody down here, and hopefully I can focus on her. She can cast Hold Person, which is really bad for us. So we can dash to get up there with our main action. Then I can action surge. And there we go. So now Dave is right up next to her. If she uses ranged attacks, she'll have disadvantage. And we got some damage on her, and she's now vexed for him as well. So it's a good place for him to be. And we just need to start dishing out all of the damage that we can against her. Okay. Low damage roll. Look at that. 2 1s and 2 4s. He's going to have advantage on this because of Guiding Bolt. Okay. She rolled a crit. Now, the Garden Dryads have Poison Spike, but they're a ways away. They probably won't be able to reach me. See what Matriarch Edwina does. Okay, so I saved against blindness. I get a hit with my rapier, and that's going to cause me to do poison or acid damage as well. And everybody else is just going to be dashing to try and get to me. Okay, so M here is still in hiding. So let's use bonus action dash here. And now that we're close, get sneak attack and the acid damage. And see, there's something that goes along with it. The acid damage procs on the sneak attack as well, because the sneak attack's a damage writer. So now I'm going to get the acid damage on the sneak attack damage as well. So it's double the sneak attack damage. Or it's double the acid damage that you're going to be able to deal. That's what makes these weapons so crazy for a rogue. In this is the damage rider effect is pretty impressive. Now there's 9 points here. No, and of course it rolls 8. Of course it does. We're gonna move her back. And everybody's just gonna keep dashing towards us. That's a perfect setup right there. Okay, so for Dave here, let's move in. We've got advantage on this attack. I prefer actually for it to go here, but yeah, let's actually do that. I can use a magic missile to kill her. Since we only have one per turn for our acid damage, I don't want to waste all that damage here. So that was a much better application of that damage. That was a mistake. Okay, now Rudi can just cast a regular magic missile here, and let's get rid of her. See if we get rid of him. Nope, rolled low on the young sand lion. Only a 50% chance to hit. Alright, good deal. So now both of them are free to come back up here. So Athena, I'm just gonna wait. Maybe I can get a kill here. Oh, nice. Okay. This Garden Dryad is probably going to be able to get an attack. Nope, she dashed. Okay, so M. I think we move M up here. I think we bonus action dash. And we get our 13 damage against the Sand Lion. And I forgot to change his weapon mastery again. This Sand Lion's gonna dash in. Maybe it'll roar. Yep, there it is. Okay, so now Jebfa, I would like to get rid of those two. These are the last two in the order here. Well, actually, if I bring them in, that might be better. Because I believe Rudi has Shatter as well. So they both saved, which is unfortunate. Okay, so let both of them come in. Okay, so M is gathering all of the attention. Okay, so there's a kill. So Rudi does have Shatter here. Okay, so kill the young here. Gonna have to start working on the Garden Dryads. But oh, nice. High damage roll. Move up here. Get a Divine Smite. Okay. Oh. Doesn't say that one. So they're rolled us against Athena. That other one just seems to be kind of stuck back there. Okay, so M can get sneak attack damage here. But I would prefer not to. Well, I don't think it matters. Not going to be able to get up there anyway. I don't think. Let's make an attack with the Viridescent Scimitar. Maybe I'll roll high. He's got resistance to slashing damage, which is what the Scimitar is. So, actually, I think I better do this. This way I get sneak attack. Oh, I was going to get sneak attack anyway, because I was standing next to Sathena. But this will get me up here next to this one, so when she uses her poison spike, she's got disadvantage on the attack roll. Ooh, max damage cantrip. Nice roll.
I'll
Okay.
get you yet.
Rolled a 3. Nice.
Arcana, Ollie!
Only a 45% chance.
Arcana, Evo, Malmis!
See if I can get a kill there. Okay, good. That frees Dave to come back up here. Let's move Sharon up.
Marike,
get a guiding bolt.
Evo, Malmis!
Good, I'll take the kill. And now, where is this one at? She's kind of stuck way back here. Okay. Now she's coming in. Okay, so M is going to enjoy that, because now I can move up with my primary action. 70% chance. I think I'll be alright here. So there's my first attack. I can use an offhand attack. And she's dead. M is quickly going to turn into our primary damage dealer with that build. And we've got a couple of other items here that came from the matriarch. Okay, just want to look around, make sure there's nothing else. That's our one of the ways out. We've got some more over here. Just go look back here, make sure there's nothing hiding back here anywhere. And unfortunately, there's the dead child. Let's take a long rest. And we'll see if we can identify anything here. So the exquisite ring is a ring of fire resistance. And the exquisite amulet is the hand-carved leaf amulet. So the ring of fire resistance is obviously good. I want to keep poison and necrotic resistance on my fighter. The ring of fire resistance is probably good. M. As far as the hand-carved leaf amulet, you gain proficiency in nature and animal handling. It's not really that important right now. I've already got nature. I don't have animal handling. She can't use it because her spell focus is her amulet. And I don't have nature or animal handling here, so let's put that ring on. Move this here and put it on. Yeah, it would be better here, but she can't use it because her spell focus is her holy symbol amulet. Alright, so let's head out. Oh, we need to take a long rest out here. I need to reset my rogue's weapon masteries. So let's do that here real quick. We'll make a few movements. We'll take a long rest here. We'll replace the weapon mastery. So we're going to get rid of the short sword. We're going to put the scimitar on. Now, Nick, when you perform the extra attack granted by your light weapon property, you can do it as part of the attack action instead of as a bonus action. You can perform this extra attack only once per turn. Now, what that means is that I have a viridescent scimitar in my offhand. So now, because it's a light weapon, I can, instead of using my bonus action to make that extra attack, I can use it during my regular attack, which means I get 2 regular attacks and I can still keep my bonus action. So you'll see this in action coming up here pretty quick. Okay, so we got a new permanent event here. Okay, and that's going to be over here. So let's start looking at some of these permanent encounters that are out here. Okay, so we don't want a forced march. Okay, so there's a ghostly ethereal shape. Cages keeping chained bird-like humanoids prisoners. Okay. So you notice something on the ground, a golden feather-like object. Each party receives 15 XP. Okay, and we're going to drop a save here. Okay, so we have a survival check here. Okay, so we passed. Okay, so we can make an observation. And kobolds are in here. Okay. So there are kobolds in there. What you didn't expect was the opponent they face, a fierce sand lion. It's injured and not alone. It appears to be protecting its cubs. The sand lion notices you, but the kobolds do not. At least not yet. Clearly on the defense and in a poor condition to fight. A stealthy approach might give an edge on the kobolds, but would mark you as a threat. Perhaps a skillful beastmaster could convince the sand lion otherwise, but that would attract more than the sand lion's eyes. Okay, so we're going to try and do the animal handling check here. It's going to give me a 58% chance. And I rolled pretty good. Okay, so I put it at ease. Okay, but now, as far as the sand lion was concerned, you were on its side. Terrifying news for the kobolds who just noticed your presence. So let's go ahead and get an attack here. Again, cover your ears. Okay, so now the sand lion and the young sand lion, the two young sand lions are on our side in this fight. Okay, now the kobolds weren't really anything very special to begin with, but now with a sand lion and a couple of young sand lions on our side, this fight is going to be over very, very quickly. And we can end this fight with the Herald of Pain. Okay, so it looks like we killed all of them except for one who saved. And Dave can get up here and miss.
Never trained hard enough.
Okay. Well, how about we action surge? We might as well. There we go. Okay, so now the sand lions are just going to hang out. Okay, and I think that's it. Can't remember if there's a way to take a long rest in here or not. There is. It's right there. I don't think I need to, though. Yeah, let's not. We can do a short rest. That will get her Herald of Pain back. And my action surge. And let me just make sure. Yeah. So now let's head out. Okay, and we have another permanent one here. So again, we'll drop a save before we go into these. And that's just so you can redo them if you don't pass the rolls. Okay, so it looks like there are two Ettins here. Okay, so we have a couple of different options here. We can ambush. I'm going to try and hide and wait. Okay, so now I can ambush them. Now, two Ettins are not an easy one, but these are not named Ettins. These are just regular cave Ettins. Okay, so let's see. I can't remember if I can climb up here this time or not. Looks like I can. So let's take the high ground here. Okay, we'll split our group off. Make Actually, let's not. Let's bring everybody together and move them a little bit up here. Because they can't climb this. They can climb this, or they can make their way around up here. So... And if I remember right, this is the one where I have to be almost like right up to the edge to see them. Yeah, it's really weird here. Okay, so here we go. Okay, now we're not going to get any poison damage here, or acid damage here, because this is not a melee attack, but we can still get some damage. Okay, and that's going to slow him down. Jev can cast or shatter while they're both right next to each other. Okay, Sharon, I think, is probably better off throwing a bless here. So I can see them here. It's going to be kind of low percentage. Okay. And they're going to dash around that side. So M here, target not sensed. I'll have advantage on this. Let's get sneak attack damage. Okay. Good. Now we'll bonus action dash and we'll move back. I want him to have to dash to me on his next turn. And then Rudy, I think what we'll do is just get him ready and ready up a Ray of Frost to cut his movement even more. Okay. So I definitely want Dave up front here. I think this is probably a good spot. And we'll ready up that attack. Jeffa's gonna move back. Actually, she's... Okay, yeah, she can't sense any of them there. Okay, Sharon's gonna stay back a little bit. Athena's gonna stay one spot behind Dave. Okay, good. So he dashed, all he had was a kick power. So now M is going to change here. He's got Nick on this. So here is now, you can see it's now labeled other. Okay. So now you see I still have my bonus action. Okay, but I can make a second attack here.
Yeah.
And I
Won't miss
missed.
next time.
Of course. So he cannot make opportunity attacks because he's pinned. I'm going to move back one. And Rudy.
Arcana, Evo, Malmis!
Got a kill. Okay, now this one's going to have to dash. Triggered that opportunity attack. All he has is the kick action.
With us?
And he did hit Dave there. What did he roll? I rolled an 18. Not a whole lot I can do about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get attack there. That's going to vex him and get the acid damage. We can action surge. We won't get acid damage on this. But we will get straight up more damage. And get second wind here.
I'm in your debt.
Move so he has no cover here. Throw Herald of Pain.
Marike, Evo, Malmis!
Got some good damage with Guiding Bolt. Now Sathina's going to have advantage on this attack because of Guiding Bolt. And we're good. Okay, so we can do a little searching here. And just some valuables. I don't think there's anything else out here. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, I fought up here. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else here. So we can head out. And let's continue working our way through these encounters out here. No, this thing's still... Oh no, that's another one. So to get to that one, we have to go back across the bridge here. We need to kind of watch our rations. We did forage here, so we don't have to spend any rations this time. Okay, so we can try and observe here. And I rolled low. Okay, so the coat of arms, I can't identify it yet. Okay, I can try and get closer without identifying myself with a persuasion check. Okay, so now I have some more opportunities. Here, you gain the trust of the guards leading the convoy that allow you to walk along with them. So I can tell them stories of your past, or I can sneak in and steal the chest. It's got a low % chance, but I could add guidance to that. Oh, jeez. Oh, I did roll. Okay, I rolled enough. Okay, so let's add guidance to this. And I did steal it. Okay. So I gained a tiny diamond, a beautiful longbow, beautiful chainmail, and a small diamond. So now I can leave. Now I am encumbered here, but I need to take a long rest anyway. So let's identify the items. Beautiful longbows, longbow +1. The beautiful chainmail is chainmail +1. So we'll take a look at that here in a little bit. So let's get back down here where we were going. Okay, now we do have a temporary encounter just right off the side here, so... Okay, so we have a perception check. And it was enough, so I gained a dagger out of that. Woohoo! Okay, and now we're going to go into the Old Harbor. Okay, now before we go any farther, we have a longbow +1. So that's a straight increase over his regular longbow. And we can take that longbow and just get rid of it. We need to get rid of some more stuff. But the chainmail +1... Oh, yeah. So, chainmail +1 is 17 armor class. Disadvantage to stealth. Not as good as the plate armor still, but you can see the value. This is something that you can sell off when you get back that's worth a lot. Okay. So you get the same things if you have an attack against the guards in that convoy. You have this. You'll get the same rewards out of it. Okay, that's just an easier way to do it with the checks that I made. Okay, so we're gonna make our way in here.
Oh, look. Is that an old harbour?
Looks a bit run down.
Curious. I thought Kayamar was the only authorized port.
How could they stop anyone this far from their territory?
True. Perhaps we should go take a look.
Okay, I'll lead the way.
Okay, so let's take a look in here. A couple of good scrolls. And we have something to examine down here. Now, I believe this takes a perception check. So who has the best perception? +3, +3. So either one of them. I don't know who's going to roll for it, though. So let's try and cast guidance here.
Marike, Devo,
On M.
Mirive.
And we'll have M go examine it.
Look, the gates have been
It
barred
was
from
an
the
insight
outside.
check.
How could I miss it?
God, I could have done better.
Peculiar.
Why would you bar the gates from the outside? Maybe there's another way in. Let's look around.
So I failed both of those checks. There was an investigation check and an insight check, and I failed them both. You don't really need them, but... Okay, now there's an... I believe there is...
Marike, Devo, Viribe.
another check here.
I don't like it either. Glad we found
Yes.
that crawl way in. My clothes don't thank you. Anyone else think it's very quiet?
Almost too quiet.
The architecture here looks similar to Kaya Mars. This must have been beacon territory at some point. If they abandoned it, why is no one else occupying it? It still looks in reasonably good shape. Well, a harbor without commerce is as good as dead. Yeah, look. A lot of the doors are boarded up, and nature's taken hold. Why do you think everyone left?
Let's keep going, see if we can find some clues.
Now, before I move, I want to put on the Warhammer +1 here. Now, this has the push mastery, which I already have. So if I make an attack with it, it's going to push the enemy away. But it does bludgeoning damage, which is more important, because I'm going to be leaning with some undead in here. So I'm going to lose Vex to gain advantage on my attacks, but I'm going to gain double damage against undead, which is what's important here. Well, double damage against skeletons, I should say.
Hear that? They're outside. Stop your coughing, or they'll hear us.
Okay, so now on the well, I think it's an investigation check.
Marike, Devo, Viribe.
Same?
A couple of skeletons.
It's like something from a ghost story.
Ghosts are dangerous, aren't they?
I don't think these ones are. They're too ethereal.
Okay, so that's our first check, and as you walk around, you're going to hear conversations.
My baby. My baby. They took my baby.
And that's from this door that I just passed. Okay. Now this door, I think, is a religion check. I'm pretty sure that's going to be her. Yes.
Marike, Devo, Viribe. So, what is it?
No one's there.
Those are not the voices of the living.
Undead?
I don't think so. Just weak, ghostly voices. Nothing dangerous.
Okay, so we'll keep walking around.
I heard it was the Copperan plague.
Plague? This is like no plague I ever saw.
Okay, now I think this one is an Arcana check. It's probably going to be here. It's split between two, so I don't know who's going to get it.
Marike, Devo,
Still nothing.
Nope, everyone's gone.
That doesn't sound like anything living.
Spirits of the dead?
I'd say so. But nothing dangerous.
Okay. Now we can keep moving around. I thought there was one up here. Thought there was one here. I guess there's not. I guess it's that door. There's nothing here. No, not yet. Okay, so we'll keep making our way around. We'll go to this house here in a second. Actually, you can do it now. There's a lockpick. Okay, and inside is Galdorath Brave Eagle. Okay, we can examine the book here.
Come on then. What does it say?
Just a minute. It's all a bit archaic. If this document is right, there was a Manacallan family, the Brave Eagles. Worse than ours, if you can believe it.
Obviously, if they were Manacallan.
Anyway, it says one of them was a... This writing's terrible. A lawmaster. Madrallan Brave Eagle, I think. Nasty and arrogant sort. It says his reckless behaviour brought down a terrible curse on the harbour, a necrotic plague, and his wife, Galdorath, decided that sealing up the whole harbour town to contain the curse, condemning everyone inside to eternal undeath, was a good move. There's pages and pages of this horrific stuff. Do you really want the whole story?
Okay, so that's a pretty bad story. And you can examine it in a little more detail, but you learn that basically she did want to seal all this up here to avoid him inflicting any harm on the world.
No. 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 He said it was here. It must be.
Okay.
He couldn't have taken it. He wouldn't have lied. But he... Keep looking. You mustn't give up. Can't give up. Keep looking.
So she's looking for something.
He couldn't have made a mistake. Could he? Oh, mind so fuzzy. Can't think straight. Maybe that's it. Oh yes, maybe he found it. Confused like me. Maybe he has it. Maybe he can save us. No, it has to be here.
Okay, so she's looking for something. You can see that we have a crate down here in the water. If you click on it, you can't get to it. Can't get to it yet.
Oh, found something. Now it's mine.
Okay, and that perception check is just the tracks here.
Fascinating. Look, over there. Those marks at the water's edge. I wonder. Look, footprints. Odd the way they track. It's like they're missing bits of their feet. Shuffling gait, some with shoes, some without. I can't be certain, but I'd guess it's some sort of undead. Shuffling into the harbour towards that flooded cave area over there.
You got all that from a bunch of muddy scuffs and squishy scrapes. Incredible.
Especially if it's completely wrong. Wanna bet?
So they're talking about this area down here. So giving you a hint that you're going to be able to get to there somehow. I don't think there's anything here.
Whoa! Did you see that? It's huge! That's not a dragon, is it?
What is it with you and dragons?
I thought dragons flew.
Whatever it was, it's gone.
Okay, and it moved toward that cave area. Okay, and again another way down over here, but you can't get there yet.
Heard it was a curse put upon us by a secret cabal of dragons.
Dearest, you do say the daftest things.
Explain that huge dark shape in the harbour. Go on.
Now I honestly can't remember what this check is. Because I know this one here is an investigation check. I'm not entirely sure what this one is.
Same?
A couple of skeletons.
Someone invisible is stalking us, trying to scare us away.
Okay, so that's an investigation check. Same as the other one. I'm going to take a note. Okay. I didn't have that one recorded. So now over here.
No. All gone.
Okay, and this one I know is an investigation check.
Marike, Debo, Viri.
Same?
A couple of skeletons.
It's like something from a ghost story.
Ghosts are dangerous, aren't they?
I don't think these ones are. They're too ethereal.
And I think that's it. Okay, so now if you head into here, okay, all there is a book here. And if you read this, okay, you find out just a little bit more about the sacrifice that the village is making here from the lore. And now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of turn everybody around like this. Or break our group. And we're going to drop a save. Okay. Now our long rest has been interrupted.
Quick, wake up everyone. Undead. They're everywhere.
Okay, and there are. We have the skeleton crossbones down here. We have a skeleton knight. We have some other patrolling enemies here. So I'm going to attempt to move down here with M. Okay. So with Dave, what we have now is most of the skeletons. You can see we've got are around here, around this corner. So they've got a ways to go to get to us. The skeleton caster is a problem. Okay. But we have a bit until he gets here. So what I'm going to do is kind of step out here. Why am I being seen there? By him? Get out of here. I'm gonna keep everybody back here for the most part. I'll bring Rudy out to ready a cantrip. And M is going to try and get a kill here.
Happens to the best.
And missed. Okay, now he's dead. And I can still bonus action dash. Again, because of the Nick feature. Okay, now Jebfa, again, kind of the same thing. Just gonna ready up some actions here. The skeleton crossbones you want to focus as well. Because that they can do 2 attacks per turn and they have a heavy crossbow, which does a lot of damage. Now the skeleton caster can go around and can raise some of these specters from those rooms that you investigated. Okay, might as well push him away. He's dead. Okay, you see that? He's vulnerable to bludgeoning damage, so he got double damage there. ×2 for vulnerability, and that's why you want to switch to a Warhammer or something like that during this encounter. So let's... I can't see either of them. So before I do this, let's move here. Okay, I can see everybody. And she's going to be my panic button. Because she can, with her cleric powers, activate Turn Undead. So can't sense anybody yet. Okay, so can M see anybody from here? No. He can there, though. Okay, missed.
Try again.
Wasn't too... Didn't have a high expectation of that anyway. And they're going to keep dashing toward me. Okay, so missed with the Ray of Frost. Did get a hit there. Okay. Two skeleton knights, tough enemies, so I want to get as much damage on them as I can. Okay, now the Spectre can fly through walls. So he'll make a beeline right towards you. Okay, so now the skeleton crossbones probably has line of sight. Okay, so let's move Dave up here. Low percentage chance. Okay, and now I can move back. So maybe he'll have to dash to get to me.
Marike, Evo! Marike, Evo!
Okay, just seeing what options she has available to her. Not a whole lot that's any good.
Marike, Evo!
Oh, Sacred Flame hit. What do you know? Let's see, at 26.
Akada, Evo! Malmis!
Okay, now let's move him back. And M, I think I would prefer to get a kill here if I can. Okay, good. So he's dead. We'll move him back 1. So we'll move him back 2. Is he gonna have to dash? He did not. Okay, luckily I escaped damage there. Low percentage chance to hit. Can she see him yet? She can't. Where's the next skeleton knight? Down here. I think I'd prefer to save that. And if I'm going to make a low percentage chance attack, I want to make it with a cantrip. Okay, so everybody else is down here. Let's move Sathina here. And we'll divide some. I thought he had 2 attacks per turn. I guess he's only got 1. Okay, so you can see things are getting a little sporty now. Okay, now the skeleton caster might be in range of everybody. So the 2 skeleton knights are the most damaging here, so let's go after this one. And I missed, of course. So I think Sharon comes out here and drops turn undead. Okay. And that got the 3 skeletons. So then Rudy... You can see skeleton caster there? No, can't. You can't see him. I really wanted to get damage on the skeleton caster. But he's not sensed. Okay, so I killed the crossbones, which is good. They're turned. So when they're turned, they can't make opportunity attacks. Now M I missed. Okay, so and Jephthah see him down there. She can't. So let's bring her out here. I still want to save that. Only rolled it. Oh, it's resistant to slashing damage. Okay, that's right. Okay, so there's magic missile. So we cast it on Sathina. Okay, so so he's resistant bludgeoning and acid, but still, that was a good damaging attack. Move out here. Any of them are pretty much dead. But I still can't see the skeleton caster down there. 50, 50, and 50. Okay. Look at that, I got a kill with Sacred Flame. How rare is that? Okay, now I can see him down here. Upcast this.
Arcana Evo Malmis!
Perfect. And then M is going to drop down here. And then okay, now we picked up a heavy crossbow. Let's continue looting here.
It's the plague, I tells ya.
And you've survived lots of plagues, have you?
Well, how do you explain the coffin and the dark spot?
Okay, now I don't think I have a stat for what this is, or a check for what this is either. I'm just gonna assume it's an investigation check. Could be wrong though.
Same?
A couple
It
of
was.
skeletons.
Someone invisible is
just failed
stalking
it.
us, trying to scare us away.
Just checking to see if there's anything else up here. That doesn't look like there is. Let's see. Empty. Empty. That one we don't have access to. Well, we do now. And that one was empty. Okay. Let's go around here. We can examine this.
There's no doubt. It's the pestilence. May the Archanium save us.
So we'll have Rudy go here.
Still nothing.
Nope, everyone's gone.
That doesn't sound like anything living.
Spirits of the dead?
I'd say so. But nothing dangerous.
I could swear there's something at this door.
I'm leaving tomorrow at dawn.
Yep.
Before this damn pestilence takes us. You'll come too if you have any sense.
And leave Mother? You know
And
she
he
can't
failed
walk
it.
more than a few steps without help.
Forgive me.
Still nothing.
Nope, everyone's gone.
Someone's using magic to spook us, I reckon.
Galderlath says she might have the answer. That her husband was looking for something.
Do you think she will?
If we stay here, she said we would be the first to go.
Okay, so let's assume that this is another intelligence check.
Still nothing.
Nope, everyone's gone.
That doesn't sound like anything living.
Spirits of the dead?
I'd say so. But nothing dangerous.
Okay. And I think that's all of the investigations that we can do. However, now you see that things have dried up. Okay. And there is a perception check over here that we want to make. So I'm going to drop a quick save here. Oh, because they're moving. Okay, so there's the quick save.
Marike, Devo, Virive!
Okay, so there's the perception check. And there is a pouch full of strange mushrooms. And that's going to complete the strange mushrooms quest as soon as we take it back to the public board in Karamar. Okay, we have a beautiful scimitar here. Again, we can do a short rest. We can identify that as a scimitar +1. Now that would be great to have if I didn't already have better scimitars with the viridescent. These are +1 and they have the acid damage. So, like I say, they'd be a good thing to have, but just not right now. So, I think I'm done with the skeleton. Actually, I can't remember if I am or not. So I'm going to change off of that, but I think I might have to change back. So let's head back up here. We can jump back across. Can make our way over here. Actually, let's not do this. Let's head back up and see if we can take a long rest. I don't know if we can. I think it might say it's a dangerous place. Oh no, we can. We definitely want to take it here, get our spell slots back. Let me make sure, yeah, I've got the Warhammer and the Rapier. Okay, so I'm good. I've got the longbow with slow. I'm going to change that to a heavy crossbow with push. Reason for that is that we picked up a heavy crossbow. I can give that to him. So that is a damage increase, but a 2-hit decrease. Because I have +1 to hit with the longbow +1. But this has push, and I like push as well. I don't think I have anybody that can use the longbow +1. So I'm still a little heavy here. There we go. But I want to keep that for the increased damage and the push ability. Okay, and now you can see all the ground's dried out, so we can head down here. And we have another pair of boots. These are the Tide Walkers. Okay, so the Tide Walkers ignore difficult terrain, which can be very useful. For somebody moving around down here. Just need to move that dagger off, and I'm good. Okay. Now you have to be a little careful where you walk around down here, because these geysers, your party's pretty big and it keeps a formation. So you don't want to step on the geysers. Okay. And we do have some skeletons. That's what I thought. So I want to change that back to that Warhammer. Okay. And we're going to drop a save. Because there's a pretty big fight in here. It's bigger than what you think. There are skeletons out here. Okay, skeleton crossbones, skeleton crossbones. skeleton crossbones, so the heavy crossbow attacks are going to be incoming a lot. You want to be careful with them. A skeleton here and a skeleton caster. Now they're dancing. What are they doing? Well, they're surrounding an area here in the middle. They are basically praying to something, and that something is going to appear here. And once we kill enough skeletons, that something is going to call for reinforcements. So it's not an easy fight that you're going to have in here, so you need to be prepared for it. So, but that is something that we are going to leave for next week, because that gives us a great spot to end our session for today. So, as always, thanks to everyone who's watching this video. Sorry I wasn't able to be here with you all this week. I certainly do enjoy all my interactions with my fans and my subscribers and channel members. And I do miss that when I'm gone. So, but again, thank you all for the support, because as I always say, without your support, none of this would be possible. This is Commander Jorval saying until next time, fare thee well.